Alright, now we're going to be putting a track shoe on the machine. I had a new undercarriage, or new track chains and sprockets put on this thing about a year ago. You guys probably remember, I think I made a video about it. Sure I did. Well, when we did, the prior owner had told me that he had short tracked the machine, and so I made sure to order 2 extra shoes. Well, then it turned out it had been short tracked twice, so I needed 4 extra shoes. And somewhere amongst all that, I got all the extra shoes, but I never got them put on because I ran out of bolts. And I thought, I could have swore I was missing a shoe on each side. For whatever reason, that made sense in my head that I had 2 shoes off, because I had 2 shoes in the machine. But now I'm looking and I've only got 1 shoe off. So this is super easy. This is kiddie stuff, you know, just plug and play like everything else. 4 bolt holes, 4 bolts. That same 30mm that I had to use on the roller. That makes that easy. Use the square-headed bolt, square-headed nut, so it gets a good grab. And just fits up inside the track chain. They grab nice and tight so that when you run them on, the nut doesn't spin. It's so silly to me to go a year without doing this because I didn't have the bolts. I probably could have went and bought them somewhere, you know, but I finally, since I had to order those rollers from AMS, it's the same place that I ordered my track chains, so I told them just send me the bolts too. Now I ordered 10 bolts. That was the minimum they'd ship me, was 10. And I thought I needed 8. But apparently I only need 4. So that's always fun. Well, I guess if I ever lose one, I'll have a spare bolt and nut sitting around. Few spare nuts and bolts sitting around. You guys are wondering where the kids are out there sitting up in the machine. They're sitting up there in the cab. I've turned the key off and disabled the hydraulics, so hopefully between those 2 things they don't make something move. Well, I guess if they do, I'll just, as long as they don't move the tracks, they just make the boom spin around, I guess I'll just duck my head. I don't think they can get me in here unless they were smart enough to actually curl the bucket in between the tracks. Don't put it past them. Farts are smart. What, honey? Do not drive the excavator. Good. Please don't. I hope you're not lying to me. When you get bigger, you can drive it. That's right. Spool up. And we'll throw the breaker bar on each one just to give it a little bit extra mustard. where I bought this breaker bar. This thing's been good to me. I bought it sometime in college. To work on my truck. I know it's not a Snap-on or any one of those big fancy name brands. Done! We're whole again. Only took a little over a year to pull that off.